Hi, kids. This is a book called Mud Pie Annie. And Luke and Maggie, this is another one of the level one reading books for you. So look for Mud Pie Annie. It has a picture of a little girl who, needless to say, is making some mud pies. So remember, you can turn off the video until you find the book and then turn it back on and we'll start reading. Okay, so let's look at the front page is Mud Pie Annie, and this is a level one book. Okay, let's open the first page, and that's just telling some parents a few things about the book, okay? So turn the page, and there you see what we've been calling the title page. It's this page, right? That's the title page. Okay, turn the page. Mud Pie Annie was a good cook. She used bowls and spoons and pots. She marched out with a smile right to her sunny spot. Okay, turn the page. It takes a lot of water, said Annie as she mixed. To make the finest mud, I use fresh dirt and sticks. And oh my, look, the birds are all looking at her, making her mud pie, aren't they? Turn the page. Annie put in some berries and crunchy leaves and roots. My mud will be the richest when I add green grassy shoots. Oh, and looky there, the geese. Those are geese in the corner. They're helping her pull some roots and some berries off, aren't they? Turn the page. Oh, what a feast! Oh, what a meal! Annie licked her lips. She topped her zesty mud pie with flowers and rose hips. So it was rose hips that the geese were helping Annie pick, wasn't it? Turn the page. Mud Pie Annie was ready to share her colorful homemade treat. Her tasty fudge from sloppy sludge would be a treat to eat. And those words rhyme, don't they? Luke, we've done some rhyming words before, haven't we? And Gracie, you and I, and Joshua, you and I we've all done some rhyming words. And Maggie, when you get a little bit older, or Evie rather, when you get a little bit older, we'll do some rhyming words too. Okay, turn the page. Annie couldn't help herself. She loved her sloppy paste. After all that muddy fun, she had to have a taste. Turn the page. Then Annie called her friends, "Come and taste my treats." Her friends peeked in her yard, afraid of what they'd meet. Okay, so on these two pages, what words rhyme? Are they the words treats and meat? Yeah, treat, meat, that rhymes, doesn't it? Good job. Turn the page. We just ate, the friends called out when they saw the runny goo. We'd like to try your food, but we have other things to do. So on these two pages, the words goo and do rhyme. Good job. Turn the page. Annie's mom and dad came out. They said that they would try. They took a look and ran away from Annie's muddy pie. Okay, turn the page. Dad said, Anne is a little dirty. She could use a good hot bath. Let's carry her to the bathtub or she'll make a muddy path. So what two words on those two pages rhyme? Bath and path, do those two words sound alike? Yeah, they do. Good job. Okay, turn the page. Mom put Annie in the bathtub, which wasn't very fun. They cleaned her up and told her, your mud pie days are done. Okay, turn the page. But silly Mud Pie Annie picked up her bowl and spoon. She started mixing bubbles. They reached almost to the moon. So those two pages, what two words rhyme? Spoon and moon, right? Okay, good job. Turn the page. If I make mud pies, Annie sang, or dishes for a queen, I'll always do my best, For there is no in between. It's like all of you kids always do your best with everything, don't you? Yeah, you do. And that's what's so much fun, is doing our best. Okay, turn the page. Annie wanted to do her best because everybody knows God sees what's in my heart, not the mud between my toes. Oh, and Annie's right too. God sees what's in your heart, doesn't he? And sometimes if your heart is feeling muddy pie, mud between your toes, that's okay too. I think God's probably laughing and giggling about it a little bit. Okay, just as long as you don't have your shoes on, okay? Okay, love you kids. Oh, and that's the end of the book. So there, the last page, you see her bowl, her spoons and her bowl, and she has everything for mixing. Okay, so Luke, that was our second book in level 1. Okay, love you kids. Love you bunches.